Hello sir, welcome to Micas College, Mysore.
Thank you.
Sir, you are an engineer and you worked for giant corporations like IBM, retired at a very early age, then studied law, and now you are a cybersecurity consultant and expert. What pulled you towards law? Could you please tell us more?
As you said, I passed out as an electronics and communication engineer from SJC, Mysore, in 1997. As part of campus placement, I got placed at TCS, and I worked there for 6 years. After that, in IBM for 11 years and a couple of other companies in between. So around 20 years, mainly in the technology front. I was an architect, various different types of architects for over 14 years. And in over 6 countries, and I got bored of working in technology and I wanted to do something. As people say, follow your passion. I didn't know what my passion was. I'm still searching. So I thought, okay, this is a 40 is a good time to kind of think and see what's next. And so since I was financially free, thanks to God and other things, so I decided let me say goodbye and then kind of search for my passion and tried few things. In between, I saw an advertisement for cyber law and forensics course in National Law School, Bangalore. Since it's a premium institute and I liked the campus when I went there to just check out. I joined the course. I really enjoyed and was fascinated by the conversations that happened there. And so that got me interested in law. And since I'm a Mysorean, after I was not working, so I decided let me move to Mysore. And in Mysore, I did law from JSS Law College. So that's the law part. And I also did an internship for a couple of months in cyber police station, Sen police station they call. So there I saw the apathy, and also in the court where I was practicing initially for a few months, I saw how bad the situation is for getting justice. So I thought, I'm talking from the cyber cases perspective. So I thought, okay, I must do something here. And also a few of my friends kind of motivated me to kind of talk about cyber law and cyber security, because I have worked for so many years and I can talk both from the cyber, which is the technology part, and then the law part, which I acquired. So that started my journey, and now it has become my passion or kind of mission, so creating cyber awareness and also work on cyber security and complaints.
Sir, you told you were bored with engineering.
Working as an IT professional.
Okay, and then you chose law.
Correct.
And you were telling that you were actually searching for your passion.
True.
So do you find this stream of law very interesting?
I had this misconception that law is something that you do when you don't get anything else. Okay. And it was the situation then. I think a lot of things changed there. Now if you want to do law, you have to do full time. You can't do part-time, you cannot do evening college, you cannot do correspondence law, nothing you can do. So you have to go to full-time college, which is not there in other one. And also, lawyers are the highest paid professionals in India. A lot of people don't understand that, and you can build a good legacy there. And and there is a lot of scope. You can make really a difference there to the society and to people if you really want that. For me, law fascinated because of the type of impact it has and also the history. See, laws in India are made by parliament as well as by courts. So what is the law? A definition I heard in National Law School is, what was the last judgment by the topmost court on that subject is the law. So that change kind of interested me.
Great, sir. Sir, in that case, see, non-law students who study, say, BCom, BA, BSc, engineering or medical, at least commerce students would get to study company law and business law. Otherwise, others would end up studying only Constitution of India, nothing beyond it. As an administrator, I go through this problem every day because I don't have any exposure to the laws, but I have to deal with a lot of things. So it's just not me. There are a lot of people out there who actually face this problem. And for every small little thing, we cannot be running to a lawyer or a consultant. It becomes extremely difficult. So we just manage. So do you find this as a shortcoming in our education system? Should everybody study at least the basics of laws?
For everybody, according to me, must know basics of law. Thanks, at least now you're reading Constitution. When we were studying, when we were students, even that was not there. See, law is one thing, as per me, which gives confidence to people. See, people are scared of law because it can really change or impact a lot of their plans. Okay, maybe jail, maybe fine, something which they cannot, so that's why people are scared. And also, authorities misuse law big time in India and many places. So, you are always scared of law. What is that I am missing? Especially if you are, middle class, upper middle class, or whatever. I mean, like if you are, you want to be, feel safe, happy, then you are always worried about compliance to the laws. So, that means you need to know what the law is. So, and also, I think everybody must know some of the basic laws around, or at least to know how the law is created and how law is developed or implemented. That gives them confidence to deal with things, and also that takes away the fear. Before, only you have to go to law school to learn about law. Now, thanks to social media, YouTube, and Meta, maybe, or any of the AI tools, ChatGPT kind of tools, you can kind of get a somewhat answer to your problem. And also that can start you to dig deep.
Sir, the beauty of law is that anything that happens in the country, there would be something that is already present in your law books. We wouldn't be aware, but something happens and all our TV channels will come up with some section, some number, some name, all these things come up. That's the most beautiful part of the law system, if I may have to, if I can call it that way. What has made this possible?
Actually, that's not true, but it is true also. I'll tell you why. In India, the laws are made by first the parliament, okay, who have the sovereign authority to create laws. And the second is by the courts. Okay, they can create laws as well as they can interpret law. Like this guideline on sexual harassment at workplaces, which was created as part of Vishaka versus State of Rajasthan case. So, as part of every case, and recently they came out with this for only OBC, there was this creamy layer concept. Okay, now they kind of moved it into for the SC/ST reservation also. So these kind of laws, which is not there in our constitution also. Okay, so these kind of things the courts create. Okay, so and also there is a concept called interpretation of law. So you can interpret. It's the court which finally agrees with your interpretation or not. Okay, so what the news channels or the experts who come there use one of the previous judgments or one of the interpretations by any of the judges in their order as the reason to explain the laws. See, if you look at cyber crimes, okay, a lot of cyber crimes are not covered in even the new criminal laws which have been amended. Okay, even the new IP, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Okay, there also they don't talk about deepfakes. Okay, we are waiting for hopefully the Digital India Act, which is there in draft, which hopefully if it gets passed in 2024, then there may be some kind of a law against deepfakes out there. So it is basically this interpretation possibility is what makes us think that, oh, there is something for that.
Right. So let us change the direction of the conversation. Some 5-6 years back, I was sitting on the same chair and the then principal of our college, late Miss Ponama Emin, gave me an article to read in the newspaper. The gist of the article was, our phones can hear our conversation. After reading the article, I laughed out aloud and told, this is not possible. This is a wild imagination. Now, when I look back at that conversation which I had, I feel very stupid of myself. Today, phones are hearing. Every single thing that we speak is heard, and immediately on the social media, we see ads related to that popping up. Now, my question is, how private is our privacy in today's internet world?
Nowadays, it's not just they are hearing, they are watching, they are observing what you are typing, they are observing what you are thinking to that level. You'll be surprised to hear that, when you are searching something in Google for, let's say, flight tickets or for some item, okay, there is a online bidding that happens at real time, okay, where to decide the order, there are ads that come up at the top, okay, to decide the priority of those ads and which ads will come there. There is an online bidding that happens, and based on whoever wins that, that ad will get published real time. Alexa, if you have at home, it is always listening to you, okay, and all those information will go to Amazon website or Amazon, and they use that for marketing, okay. And we think that Facebook is free, Google search is free. It is not free. Actually, the free, it's our data which is we are selling out, or our information we are selling, and that's how they are providing us the service to capture that information. And on what India is doing on this data privacy, if you look at the maximum punishments, okay, they are all in rupees, and it's in cash. So basically, they don't have anything which puts you in jail, or because fear of going to a jail is lot more
Then paying the fine.
yeah, than paying fine, because corporations incorporate that as part of their profits, or they budget for that. So that's a problem with the new DPDP Act also. As per me, I think there is no privacy in internet. Whatever you put once cannot be deleted. Even if you delete multiple times, it will be stored somewhere in some backup, some server, and that data will always be there. So there is no privacy.
Sir, when we talk about this privacy, generally we are advised to go to settings, deactivate some options so that we can protect our privacy. And it is always the consumers who are advised and not the companies. I don't know how right or wrong it is, or how easy or difficult it is. Isn't it the right thing to advise the companies not to get into it, rather than advising the users what to do and what not to do?
I'll talk from both the perspectives. It is not true that companies are not advised. See, there are laws, there are rules. See, though there is only one IT Act, Information Technology Act 2000-2008, which governs all the cyber transactions, or digital transactions. But the thing is, there are 32 rules and notifications which are also equally important, and one must comply to that. So this data protection, whatever we discussed before, there are already laws, there are intermediary guidelines, there are many such rules which govern that, and there are things what the companies must do, what it must not do for the data. But the problem is with the compliance. The cost of compliance the penalties are not that huge, and also there is no governing system which goes and checks whether you are compiled or not, unless somebody complains, and that is at a high level, and it goes to a court, and court directs something, then only some action happens. The case gets dragged over the years, so the value of somewhere the person who is following up will also drop the ball, or he will go and do a compromise and then settle it outside the court. So that's why they think it's okay, whatever is prudent for the business or whatever is for profit, they will go for that rather than complying or looking at it from the people's perspective. And second part, most of our laws, criminal laws especially, are created from the perspective of how I can punish the perpetrator rather than giving justice. So it is all about how many years jail, what is the process that needs to be applied, what is the evidence that need to be. So it was all about the process and punishment rather than prevention, or reducing the amount of time a case takes so that justice is done.
So you mean to say, for the change to take place, it takes a lot of time. We cannot expect anything to happen in short period of time. We have to go through this.
Change can happen if the implementation happens better. So that I don't know whether through time also it will get improved or not. As long as this corruption or, I mean, like when you know that you can get away with things, as long as that persists. You know about the bankruptcy laws. See, one of the reasons about this bankruptcy law becoming powerful is that industrialists got scared in, at least in the initial few years, is that because they feared that they can lose ownership to their own companies built through generations. Okay, that they cannot rebid for that, or their family cannot rebid, somebody will take over. Okay, see, that kind of fear needs to be installed, and speedy justice may help. Whole system, or police, judiciary, everything must change. And our police laws and judiciary, there has been hardly there are any laws governing them. So that's where it is.
Let's hope, sir, some of these things at least happen and we all live in a place which is little better than what we are living today. Taking the conversation to the next segment, online frauds have become very common. And every now and then we read in the newspaper, especially the elderly citizens losing a lot of money for the online fraud. Apart from creating awareness, telling people to be cautious, or running one or two educational ads related to online fraud, is there anything else that we can do to prevent online frauds?
Awareness and being cautious is still the best weapon or brahmastra against such cyber frauds. I'll tell you why. See, in India at least, if there are 100 cyber frauds, only 10 of them gets reported. Okay, or a complaint is registered. Out of that 10 also, only one may get a FIR created against them. Okay, police is it's very, very difficult to create a larger FIR. Once that gets created, then only the court can close. A magistrate order can only close that FIR. So there is some work that needs to be done, and either you have to submit a closure report through non-form B report or C report, or through a judge order, it can be closed. So that's why FIR don't get lodged. Even for if you have lost crores of rupees, it's very difficult to lodge a FIR. So you have to get through a private complaint, which is again through a magistrate, you have to lodge a FIR. So that is one thing. And out of those FIRs lodged, okay, if there are 100 FIRs lodged, only 11% of them get some amount of money back. Or if 100 rupees is lost, 11 rupees is the only thing which is recovered. And that is also recovered because they use a debit freeze. Okay, what they do is when you call up immediately, if you call, and they will check which account you transferred the money, and then through that trial, if the money still stays there, or they put a debit freeze or a lien on that account, and through a court order and magistrate order, they recover that money and give it to you. So that is what is followed. So that 11% is also followed. I don't blame the police or judiciary fully here, because see, our laws are created jurisdiction based. Okay, so if there is this area has a police station, so any crime that happens here, only that police station has jurisdiction to look into it. Though there is zero FIR, there is all kind of has been introduced, but still it goes into that police station. In Karnataka, there is this cyber police station is merged, is called as SEN police station, Cyber, Economic and Narcotics. Okay, I did an internship for a couple of months. What I observed, I may be wrong, it's a very short time I worked there, is there is a lot of focus given on the economic and narcotics crimes, because there the party is also found and the evidence is also found there, okay, or the drugs is also found, are caught by the police. So for them, it's very easy job to kind of follow the remaining things, okay. But whereas with a cyber crime, the criminal most of the time will be outside their jurisdiction, maybe outside the country, and for finding that criminal, going through another one costs money, and It's very difficult to get that approval to travel there and also get the cooperation of that police or that bank account or bank manager help to kind of investigate. So all those things are very tough. So they don't give too much importance to cyber crimes. And I think the solution is like CBI, okay, which has jurisdiction throughout India. They must create one agency to manage all cyber crimes, okay, across India wherever it happens. Because nowadays, so most of the cyber crimes have become white collar cyber crimes. It runs like a factory, okay, where people, more than an IT company, where people are employed, and their main job is they also look at profit and sales, number of calls made, cold calls, so all those things. So I think they have to do it at a central agency level. Then only there can be something which can happen, rather than just kind of if you want to move away from awareness and
being cautious.
Yeah.
Right, sir. So today everything is getting digitalized. Not sure whether we were there during the industrialization era.
Correct.
But we are definitely living in the digitalization during the or through the process of digitalization. As an individual and somebody who deals with cyber security and loss and other things, how do you appreciate the pace at which the world is getting digitalized?
See, I don't have any complaints against digitization, okay, because it has improved our quality of life. It has improved efficiency. Maybe it has created a lot of wonders which we could not have thought of, like democratizing education. Anybody, anywhere, sitting anywhere in any village with a smartphone and internet network can learn anything they want. And also banks. I have not visited a bank for a long time to withdraw cash or deposit cash or do any financial transaction. So it has improved my efficiency, or it allowed me to, it has freed up that time and to pursue what I want. So digitization is good, but the problem with India is, or the way it is done in India is, it is kind of pushed into your throat, or you are pushed into digitization without you being equipped with education. What is that you need to do, what you must not do, or how does this process work? All those education is not given anywhere, but you are made to kind of be part of the digital India movement, especially the senior citizens. See, if they have to get any government subsidy, if they have to get any government grant, if they have to get their pensions, the only way is they have to do it through digital. These people are not equipped. They still think if money has to be lost, somebody has to steal their pocket and take out money from them or take away their chain, and that's how they lose money. They don't think that getting couple of messages, they can lose money, or giving out a OTP or some number to somebody will move money, clear all the money from their account to outside. And the second problem is cybercrime has created a guiltless society. What it means is, see, before, if I have to loot you, if you are old, if you are, if I know that you are poor, if this is the only amount you have, okay, I'll think twice to kind of how much I need to loot. Okay, here I don't even know you, I don't even care who you are. Okay, I just need the money, so I clear to the last penny. Okay, I even break the fixed deposit and take out all the money out there. And also there is no fear. So here, at least you can recognize me. There, you don't even know that a crime has happened.
Faceless crime.
Faceless crime, and in many situations, a lot of these cyber crimes has happened without you knowing that you have become a victim, like your Aadhaar and PAN. Okay, only till you get one day you get a IT notice saying that, can you tell me the source of income for all these gold transactions you have done? You would not have bought any gold for 10 years. Okay, but because you have to give a PAN number for any purchase beyond 50,000 or 2 lakh, and you don't want to disclose so you ask the jeweler or somebody, okay, and they will provide a PAN number of some freely available outside, not freely, but through some cost. So that's a problem. So you don't even know for a long time that your a SIM has been issued against you, or yes, a gold transaction has been done, or somebody has deposited cash in your name till you get a notice. So that's a problem with cybercrime, a digital world.
Sir, I have two more questions to you. As an education institution, if we have to prepare our students for the digitized era where they are safe and where their assets and wealths are secured, what are the things that we should teach them?
Okay. See, first is they have to be taught about online or social media etiquettes or safety tips. Now, lot of crimes that used to happen, offline or in non-digital world like bullying, stalking, okay, have moved online. And grooming, okay, where they kind of become your friend, gain your trust, groom you, and get your parents' Aadhaar, PAN, or credit card details or bank account details, and use that to commit cyber crimes. Before, somebody has to be a voyeur or capture something, okay, without when you are changing your dress or something, they have to be present there. Now you can just keep your phone camera somewhere, stick it, very simple, and keep it all running, and then in a change room or bathroom or somewhere and capture that. Or even worst, okay, they can take your own posted photos, videos, and then using deepfakes. It's very easy to kind of create a deepfake, marked images, videos with few good photos and a good voice sample. They can create a very believable video of you. So with that technology, they can kind of create all those things. So either they do it for money or for some fulfilling their sadistic pleasures, or they have some kind of a revenge. Okay, basically revenge porn is quite common. What we need to tell them is that they must not be scared. Okay, they must not get into depression. Very, very important. Okay, so they must approach somebody whom they trust. There are a lot of facilities, tools, laws, agencies available to them to kind of help them to them anonymously. Okay, nothing will come out. Even if somebody posts their nude photos or videos, if they threaten that they will post. Okay, see, now a lot of people believe in that there can be deepfakes. Okay, there can be morphed images, so you don't have to worry about. You can say that my account was hacked. It's very believable story. They can create that, and so they must not be scared first. Okay, so lot of people, because they get scared, they go into depression or commit suicide. That we must first avoid. So that's where I wherever I go, and I give a lot of talks in colleges. Okay, so this is what I stress. Okay, don't get scared. Okay, and second thing is as a thumb rule. Okay, if you want to, let's, a lot of us respect our grandfather or grandmother or somebody in our family. Okay, if that person does not like what you are posting, then don't post it. If you are posting somebody's picture, take their permission before posting. Before doing anything or accepting anybody as friend, do some background checks. Check his profile, whether it was recently created, whether that has some content, or it does not have any posts. Okay, these are red flags. Watch out always for red flags. So these are some things which I will tell them.
Sir, if you were to give some advice to the general public, what would those advices be? And with those advices, we will end this conversation.
Sure. See, the first advice I will tell them is anything in digital age or digital transaction, any digital transaction, don't trust anything. Have zero trust. Okay, and before acting, like you get a SMS or you get a WhatsApp message or you get a link, pause, think whether it has come from the right person, whether he is from the right authority, and then validate. After doing all these things, you act. Okay, that is the first thing I will suggest. And second thing is, as I was telling, okay, see, before we all carry this purse, right? Okay, like this, you have a separate bank account for all your digital transactions, outside digital transactions. Keep bare minimum. Do you keep all your money in this purse? No. Whatever you need for that day or that week, you kind of keep that money. So keep only that much there. And you transfer back into the account or take it out into another account which is not exposed outside. Okay, so that is one thing which you can prevent the amount of loss that can happen. So this is the second one I will suggest. The third thing is, do not click on any link or scan a QR code or install any APK. Okay, nowadays a lot of people install APKs, okay, into their phones as apps or games especially. So never install anything. Always check for the review comments and rating before installing any app. And even if you are a little bit suspicious, don't even go there. That is the third one. And the fourth thing is, if you are by mistake, if you are a victim, okay, first thing you do is you call 1930, which is the cyber helpline across India, or log into cybercrime.gov.in, and you can also file anonymous complaint. Especially teens, girls, they can file anonymous complaints. That is allowed for them. Okay, children and women, they can file anonymous complaint, and about anything that happened to them, there will be some action that will happen. And so that is one thing. Or you can walk into any nearby police station, need not be cyber police station, and lodge a complaint. Take their help. Next is that you call up your bank immediately. There is like a heart attack here also, there is this golden hour applies. So what it basically means is that you call up your bank and tell them that this transaction is a fraud, okay, so that they can first block all your things from proofing it from further frauds. And the second thing is, with the help of the police, you can do a debit freeze on the account to which your money has gone. So with the statement, they can find out where the money has gone out, or if you have transferred, you know the account number, and so that debit freeze can happen. So you have some chance of getting your money back. Okay, and never give out your Aadhaar and PAN to strangers. These two are very important. Always lock your Aadhaar, and mAadhaar app or other UIDAI website it's very easy. One click you can do with one OTP. You can lock your biometric or the Aadhaar itself, and only when you need it, you unlock it. See, there are a lot of frauds that happen with Aadhaar and PAN card. So beware of giving them. Instead of that, give your driving license or give your voter ID, okay, as your address proof, age proof, or name verification. So these are some things which you can do.
Thank you so much, sir. I wish that these advices are taken seriously by the public and they protect their interest, wealth, and money.
For the opportunity.